Hey guys, it's Ern77, and boy does it feel good to record again. I'd like to give another big shout out to Josh and B, the guys that helped me with my banner. They helped me fix my trackpad, and oh god, I don't even know if I want to talk about the solution. It was so ridiculous, especially considering that I opened my computer at one point to try to fix it. But it doesn't matter, I'm back in business now. Thanks a lot, guys. And this is Max Payne 3. This is pretty anticipated for a lot of guys. Max Payne 1 and 2 were both created by Remedy, and this one is created by Rockstar. So a lot of people were kind of nervous on what direction they were going to go to. A lot of people really love this franchise. I'm here to tell you about it. So I've got the subtitles on. These cutscenes are very long, but I do want you to see them. But I am going to talk over them some just because, I can't just sit here and let them run. This game, yeah, it's made by Rockstar, and it's a Max Payne game. It really is, and I really enjoyed it. I beat the story, and I played a good bit of the multiplayer. But it is. There are things about it that are a little weird. I don't know if I'd call it disappointing. Just kind of a little. I don't know. Not the same, I guess. Once you get to a certain point, well, even early on in the game, you're going to be spending a lot of time in like bright areas like Cuba and stuff like that. And for people that played Max Payne, back in the day, Max Payne 1 and 2, I actually have never played the first one. I've only played the second one. I greatly enjoyed the second one though. But you'll remember that as a very dark, noirish type game, kind of almost like a graphic novel-ish type setting. And while this one holds that and tries to do justice with that, there are some things that are that feel very different from this one over the Remedies titles. Like I said, there's more bright environments and stuff. The character Max, I think they do a good job with him, but it's not that his character has changed. It's just that they kind of put him in situations that maybe he wouldn't be in the first two games, But see, the thing is this right here is a flashback scene, and these flashback scenes I absolutely 100% love. The characters might not be characters you might see in a Max Payne. Actually, they are kind of reminiscent. They're mob boss type guys and stuff. But these flashback scenes are done so incredibly well. Like they replicate the tone of the Max Payne games like so much more than a lot of the other parts of the game. To the point where I kind of almost wish that the whole game was like this. Like to the point where I kind of almost wish that they wouldn't have taken it to the bright kind of Cuban areas, because I legitimately just enjoy this tone more. This is kind of what I look for when I play Max Payne, just kind of dreary, almost depressing, type of tone that that kind of just sums up his character in general, and I feel like that's how the game should be too. I'm not going to skip these cutscenes. I don't even think I can, actually, because the game takes forever to load. But the cutscenes are great. They do such a great job. And like I'm sitting here saying, I'm saying that Rockstar, kind of has changed some things here and there, but there's just no denying whatsoever what Rockstar's absolute excellence in the realm of presentation. This is their game, they do hold on to Max Payne to a certain extent, but this is their game, and they do it to the point where you just have to respect it, like pretty much everything else Rockstar does. Like they go for the style so hard, and they go for it so well, with so much detail, that even though it is a little different and might not be exactly what I wanted from a new Max Payne game, the presentation is still phenomenal. It's very, very good. The characters are all well expressed and well done. I think that Max is done well, and I think that they hold a decent amount of his kind of, very descriptive, almost kind of graphic novel-ish type one-liners and stuff. I think they do a pretty good job with that. But yeah, Rockstar, you can't deny that. They just kick ass when it comes to that. I've always thought that even though Rockstar makes, great open world games and they do all that stuff well, and it's always awesome to see them, make a really cool city and stuff, I've always thought that their number one skill has been presentation and storytelling, and that doesn't go away here. As you can see, the game has got a lot of kind of effects to it. At first, it might kind of seem overwhelming, but it sinks in and it works. I like it. I think, at first I was kind of like, whoa, like you go to this nightclub level at first and it's just like, oh my god, like I might have a seizure here. But they do a very good job with it. It gives this game its own little style and almost kind of brings back that feeling of the old graphic novel feeling that it used to have.
Girl sure had balls. I had to give her that.
This girl is going off to the... Oh, you hit that girl, you are gonna die, my friend. Boom, let's go. There we go, Max Payne. So, yeah, I don't like when girls get hit. Let's kill people. All right, so we're playing Max Payne now. And now the thing is all the stuff that you love from Max Payne is here. You got the bullet time, you got the bullet dodge, you even got your painkillers. There's no regenerating health. You got to take your painkillers. And especially in the early scenes, the game is awesome. Like, it feels totally like when I did my first bullet dive and got a guy, I was just like, oh man, I am totally playing Max Payne again. I'm so excited about this. And it's not like the game ever gets bad, but as you can see, Max now has the ability to take cover. And eventually in the later levels, the game very legitimately gets to the point where it feels like a cover-based shooter. You will be popping out a lot more and going in slow motion rather than doing awesome shit like this. Boom, boom. Oh, look at this shit. Boom, boom. Keep shooting you. Keep shooting you in slow motion. Look at, oh my god, those holes. That is so ridiculous. That's so awesome. But yeah, seriously, it's been a long time since I played Max Payne 2, but I remember a lot of diving around, and I remember, going crazy with that stuff, and that's what Max Payne is to me, along with the whole presentation of it. But unfortunately, I feel like, and like I said, it doesn't make the game bad, but just in the later levels, I really felt like it was never a very good idea to bullet dive. I felt like I just needed to take cover somewhere, pop up, shoot someone in the head, just like that. And that wasn't really in the head, but he died. And, go back down. And, I want to dive in there and shoot people. It's not bad. It's just that it kind of... I'd like a nice mix between this stuff. Rather than me actually feeling like this is legitimately the best way to go eventually. Like when you bullet dive, let me try to get this guy with it. Pop up. Pop your head up. Whoa, no? Nothing? Nothing. When you bullet dive, if you don't dive behind cover, you are a sitting duck for a good couple of seconds. Oh, ready? Oh, you ready? You ready for this? No! Yeah! I don't know if that's even all of them. It usually... Okay, there we go. Oh, there's more, I guess. Usually always slows down on the last guy. I need these painkillers over here. Max always... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't even realize he was shooting me. I might be dead. I might go behind this cover before I can shoot this guy. There we go, cool. If you have painkillers, then you can... if there's a guy left that shoots you, you can shoot the guy that killed you, and it'll bring you back to life, which I think is a pretty cool way of keeping you in the game. And while you should be taking your painkillers regularly, it's a good way of, not... just letting you die with like 4 painkillers on you, if you just forgot to take them over or someone just got the jump on you.
The only way my first
but yeah, it just I feel like it gets to the point where you can't if you don't dive behind cover, then you're a sitting duck. You have to get up, and while you're getting up, you can't shoot. You can lay prone on the ground for a while, but you're kind of a sitting duck there too. And you just get in really tight areas, like, office areas and stuff, to the point to where just bullet diving is not really a very good idea. And it's kind of a shame. It's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of a shame. And it would be totally cool to be able to, fuck you guys! Shit. Probably was not the best way to go about things. Boom! There's a lot of grinds in the game. They literally call them grinds. Like you saw there, that popped up, 25 vehicles destroyed. So it gives you some incentive to keep playing through the single player. If you get things complete in the single player, then it will go towards your, oh, like, ooh, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. You can just keep shooting them on the mouth. Oh my god, that really doesn't ever get old for me. It might get old for you, but it really doesn't ever get old for me. But yeah, the grinds keep you going. They'll give you multiplayer experience and stuff, and they're fun. I really do, even though there were some things in the game that I wish, I wish I would have been diving more and stuff like that. I do feel like I will be playing through this again at some point, because it is fun. It's still, even though there's a lot just popping up and shooting dudes, it's still fun to shoot dudes in slow motion, and this game has got plenty of that, if not, enough diving slow motion. But just this right here, like this whole thing, especially a later level, this level is really good. The game is actually on 2 disc. I have it on the Xbox, so I can't really show the second set of levels very easily, or I would have shown you the second flashback Max Payne level. I think it's the second, it might be the third. There's one that takes place in a graveyard that I just find absolutely stunning. I thought that it just really made me feel like I was kind of just playing an updated version of the Max Payne games that I loved, and it was awesome. And that's the thing, is like Rockstar, and it's not like they couldn't do it. Like, they could have just replicated the old Max Payne games if they wanted to. They could have did that. They obviously have the talent for it. They're doing it right now. This level right here is great for that, and they could have done it. They just wanted to do their own thing, They wanted to do their own thing, and you kind of have to respect them for that. They didn't want this to be Remedies Max Payne that Rockstar made. They wanted it to be Rockstar's Max Payne that they were sure that they paid the respect to the original Max Payne developers and, the original just tone of the game. So, like I said, to the point, I kind of wish the whole game was kind of like it, but at the same time, you have to respect Rockstar's design decision. I just, without spoiling the story too much, I feel like around the time Max shaved his head, that was around the time that I just, in general, felt like the game was a little bit, I felt like I didn't enjoy it quite as much. And like I said, it's not that it was bad, it's not that it wasn't fun, it was just around that time, that was about the time where Max kind of didn't really act like the Max that I used to know, and at the same time, I mean, he did, but it was just a little different, and at the same time, like, from that point on, you're almost always in, like, a bright Cuban area or something like that, and around that point, that's when you start really getting into cover lockdown to the point to where, you can't really do anything other than pop up and, slow motion and shoot somebody in the head. It feels like kind of before that game, it's kind of like, Max Payne, Rockstar. It feels like, Max Payne kind of before that with a little bit of Rockstar flash. And then I felt like after he shaved his head, after that really felt like it was just Rockstar's Max Payne. And, and like I said, I'm not trying to say that in a bad way. It's just that that's how it felt to me. And, I still played through it all, and I still enjoyed it, and I think that Max's story is definitely worth seeing. And like I said, without giving too much away, even though there's a change in tone, they are pretty good about just keeping Max's kind of general sense of story. Max has kind of always been about a downward spiral and kind of depression. And while I don't feel like they go quite as far with it in this game than they do in others, there's some pretty messed up stuff in this, but it just might not quite be as emotionally effective as some previous stuff was. But it's not like it's just like, oh, new Max Payne happy story. There is plenty of depressing, shit is really not going right for me moments for Max, which is how it should be. But, doesn't quite go that far, and the tone doesn't really help sell it as much as Max Payne 2 did for me. Pop out, shoot you in the head, boom. Bullet damage is wonderful. It really is. Like, it's great. It's great. I mean, I'm not a huge gore fan. Like, it's not that I don't like gore. It's just, I'm not like, oh, gore, amazing, I love it. But, dude, oh my god, it's so good. It's so great. It doesn't get old. It's so awesome. Run! I should have got that Uzi. This guy, oh wait, no, not this guy. Yeah, this guy, I feel like I kind of remember him But I don't know. It's been so long since I played Max Payne 2. I don't even remember if he was in Max Payne 2, but for some reason I feel like I remember him to a certain extent. He's obviously kind of a crazy homeless man. But yeah.
It'll make you clean in the long
Anyway.
run. The joys of hygiene.
Yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes. A lot of cutscenes. Like to the point where if you're all into just having a very very action-packed, fast-paced experience, they might almost put you off to a certain extent. Oh man. But I think they're pretty much all very well done. And I think that they're all well done, you know, done good. And I there's definitely, you can definitely tell that some of the cutscenes are made specifically to cover loading times. But even then, they're usually well done. They're usually not bad by any means. They're just there are a lot of them. You have to kind of understand that, you know. Alright, so let's keep moving. Oh, there's still snipers. I didn't know that. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Yeah, your health does not regenerate. The only part of it that will regenerate is your head. The head part of Max's body down there. I don't remember if that was how it was in Max Payne 2 or not. But yeah, I won't let me get out the door, man. I'm gonna do it. I don't give a fuck. Bullet dive! Oh. Okay, so I can get behind cover if I dive at least kind of close enough to it. Bullet dive, bitches! But yeah, it's just, you get to a point to where it's just not very effective. It legitimately isn't. Like, I got to a point to where I was only bullet diving, like, legitimately because I wanted to. Like, I was just like, I don't want to just sit here and pop up behind cover all day. I want to use this bullet dive and make it look awesome and make it feel like Max Payne, which is kind of a bummer, but you know, the game is still really good. Whoa, I didn't even see him. Anyway, I mean, I don't really need to show the rest of this level. There's not too much more to it, but I don't really think I need to show the rest of it. I can bullet dive at your guys' face though really quick. Boosh, 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 boosh. Yeah, you can still lay on the ground, shoot people while you're prone. That's fun, very cool. Yeah, let me go ahead and get out of here. And that's the basis of Max Payne. I guess I could show a quick one of the more brighter levels real quick. There's not as many of them on the second disc. Is really where it just goes straight to like Cuba and stuff, and from then on it's just all like that almost. But there's one level I guess I could show off really quick that's at least definitely a different tone. I guess, can I put it at checkpoint 2? I'd like to just jump right into the action. I don't want to have to watch all those. But there's a really cool part that happens right at the first part. I don't know, we'll see. The cutscenes, yeah, there's actually been times where I've replayed some of the chapters, and while I think the cutscenes are good, there have been times where the cutscenes have gone on for literally like 10 minutes, and I'll hit the A button, and down at the bottom right, it'll say still loading. Like, I don't really know exactly what the deal is with that, and the game is installed on my hard. Oh, here's the cool part, sweet. Boosh, 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 boosh. Oh, damn it. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of cool little moments like that too. They do a pretty awesome job with that. They give you some cool things to do. Oh. That actually uses up your ammo. Like, I'm totally using up my ammo. It's just the fact that it looks so damn cool that it's totally worth it. But yeah, it's there's a lot of cool moments like that they give Max to do some awesome things. Like he's able to, you know, do a lot of cool stuff like that, dive through windows, swing off cranes and stuff like that. They'll have a lot of cool set pieces and things for him to do that are really awesome. So that's cool. But yeah, this is where some of the effects get really crazy, but I mean, at the same time, it's intentional at this point. Like, they really do pump up the effects to this point to make it really give you that overstimulation that you feel like you get at a nightclub, you know, and stuff. So while this scene, when it first started up, like, there were so many effects, not this scene in particular, but while this scene, you know, at the nightclub in general first started up, there were so many effects that it was almost blowing my mind. I can understand it, you know, because you go into a nightclub and there's, you know, alcohol, fucking music, drugs, tons of shit, just overwhelming your senses. And I can understand why they did it that way. So, yeah, I mean, this one isn't really going to show the daylight type stuff. I can bullet dive your face, though. I know that. Oh. But, yeah, it's definitely got this kind of tone. It's just got a Rockstar tone, Like, there are a lot of things in this game that I feel like would be, totally in place in a game like Grand Theft Auto 4 or something like that. And that's not bad. In stuff like that. It's just that you can most definitely tell this is a Rockstar game with a Rockstar style that they are proud of, and they should be. Oh, it's his face, it's his face! What happened to your face? No one knows. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, nightclub fights, stuff like that. But a lot of it is just you wandering the streets of Cuba, dealing with like mercenary gangs and stuff like that. And, especially, like I said, after he shaved his head. And just in general, like, his character acts different because there's a certain thing that kind of happens to him at that point. But I don't know, it's just kind of almost, it really is weird. Like, a lot of people were really making a big deal out of the shaved head art, that came out first. People were like, oh, Rockstar's ruining Max Payne and everything. And, something as simple as shaving a head can't ruin a character, but it really does make a difference. It really does. Like, it's not like I hated him or anything after he shaved his head, but just, like, playing through half of the game with a, like, kind of fat, bald Max Payne that is different characteristically than the Max Payne that I used to know is a little bit jarring. It really is. Like, it's not to the point to where, it blows your mind or anything, but it is... It doesn't ruin his character, but it is definitely a little bit jarring, and it's part of the reason why I feel like I didn't enjoy the second half quite as much. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get out of here. A lot of more shooting dudes and stuff, and I'll show off the multiplayer really quick before I, call it. Oh, that's just so fun still. How did you not die? Thought I shot you a lot. Oh well, I'll just bullet dive again. Bullet dive! Bullet dive! Oh, what's that? You wanted a bullet dive? Is that what you wanted? I'll just bullet dive directly at your fucking face. Oh! Look at that. Oh, I'm out of ammo. You can hear the click. It doesn't go slow motion like that every time. Like, it will show the last person you killed, which is good because it's a good way of showing off that it's the last guy in the encounter. But there's a guy in there, but I'm not gonna mess with him right now. But yeah, to make it really slow motion like that, you hold down A. So don't think that the action slows down that much every single time. If it is something that you really do get tired of and don't want to see every time, just don't hold down A and the dude falls down like a normal guy. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the multiplayer and show that off really quick. I think the multiplayer is fun. I think that there's some issues with it that are kind of weird. I feel like it's not balanced especially well, and I feel like that I also, even though this is kind of cool that they have this option, I kind of wish that they wouldn't, because there's actually a lot more people playing soft lock than there is free aim. And I mean, I don't know, I've always thought that with free aim is the way to go all the time with multiplayer games, because I mean, I don't want somebody locking onto me in multiplayer. But yeah, I don't feel like it's completely balanced, but I do think it's pretty fun, and they've got some interesting game types in here. Painkiller is the surprise star of the show here. I basically thought this was going to be like VIP, and this is totally awesome. Let me see if I can hopefully get myself into a game, especially if you have a friend playing with you. What happens is there's a Max Payne and there's a Passos. Passos is your friend that you saw in the Jersey level that helped you deal with those Jersey guys, and everyone else are just soldiers, or just like they would be in the single player, like AI soldiers. Of course, they're not AI, they're real people. But the guy that is Max Payne and his Passos have really powerful weapons. They have a lot of painkillers, and they have a ton of bullet time. So it's really, really cool, because I thought it was going to be like a VIP thing, where it's just like, each team has a Max Payne, kill the Max Payne. So I put off this mode for so long. But what it actually does is it kind of replicates the single player experience in an awesome way. And by the way, dual pistols are the fucking way to go in multiplayer. Like, really, they are. Especially, I don't know about soft lock, I haven't tried it at all. but dual pistols are really strong in multiplayer in this game. But yeah, it's what happens is whoever kills Max Payne becomes Max Payne, and his only teammate is Passos. So whoever is Passos is on his team, and everybody else is against them. But they're powerful enough to deal with them. You know, eventually they might run out of resources, but when you see Max Payne, like, you legitimately kind of feel like an AI. Like, if the guy is playing him correctly, you kind of feel like an AI in the game, just kind of a nameless soldier just going like, oh shit, it's Max Payne, no, don't kill me, Max Payne, no! And it's pretty awesome. Also, you can loot dead bodies, which is pretty fun. Get painkillers. You can. Oh, it's Max Payne's body. Get that. Yeah. Yeah, looted Max's corpse. All right, cool. Oh shit. So I have one painkiller. Your health does regenerate in multiplayer, but the painkillers, you know, obviously make them go a lot quicker, which can be very, very useful. Oh wow. I don't even know where the hell he came from. I swore he was. Anyway. But yeah, this mode I think is awesome, especially if you have, like, you know, one other friend playing with you or something, because it's cool. You get kind of a mix between a competitive thing, but like you'll be playing and all of a sudden one of you's Max, one of you's Passos, and like, and then you meet up and then you're, you know, teaming up against all these guys. It's really cool. You see Passos, you know, he had a lot of bullet time, and you might wonder how bullet time works in multiplayer. I think that they do it in a pretty good way. From what I can tell, it slows down the people in your crosshairs and just kind of in the general vicinity around you. And it seems to work pretty damn well. Oh, shit. It's Passos. Oh, he's going to kill me. Passos. Oh, yeah. Get him. I'm the new Passos. All right, sweet. So now I'm Passos. I got this light machine gun, which is nice. Here's Max. So I'm going to try to catch up from Max here and help him out. Oh, there's somebody behind you, Max. Oh, no. See, I'm slowing down, but I'm not using bullet time, so that must mean someone around me is using bullet time. Let's see if I can sneak up behind this dude. See, I can just slow this guy down and just rip him up. I feel like the hit detection in the game is not perfect, which is always a bummer when it comes to shooters. It really is. No, you're not gonna hit me. I'm Passos. Now, one thing is, though, as far as I can tell, I don't think that your health regenerates while you're Max Payne or Passos, so it's good to loot bodies and try to get some painkillers and stuff. But just this gun alone is really good. Like, you can mess people up just by having this gun alone, but just the fact that you have so much bullet time, so many painkillers, and a teammate, Max Payne. Oh, damn it, I had a painkiller, so if I could have killed him, then I could have came back, but I am no longer Passos, and now I'm going out to hunt Max Payne and Passos again. But if, you know, it's kind of hard while I'm talking and stuff, but if you really get the hang of what resources you have as Max Payne and Passos, and if you loot bodies every now and then to get more painkillers, you can truly kind of be unstoppable, because you can take painkillers at any time. So it's not like you know, have to, yeah, Max Payne! Bald Max Payne. So it's not like you have to be like in a certain place. Like, you can literally be running into a firefight, somebody's shooting you, you're shooting them, and then you take painkillers, you're still alive, they're totally not. So, you know, that's pretty awesome. Let's see if I can find somebody here. Yeah, do you know I'm here? Oh, I'm gonna, oh, you stop looting that body. Thieving's bad. Oh, no, don't hit me. Wait, hit you. Sweet. And see, I think that they get, everybody gets, like, kind of burst stuff, which is basically kind of like kill streaks. And I think that Max and Passos get theirs a little bit quicker when they kill people. So even though you start up with a ton of bullet time already, you can usually get a lot more relatively easily if you just, you know, kill some people. So see, I took my painkillers now. My health's back down. Man, they're really trying to kill Max, aren't they? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna slow you down. Boom! Real fun to slow people down online. If you get into a bullet time battle, it's pretty incredible if you get into a, like, you both do a bullet time dodge. But literally, once again, there's a guy behind me. Oh, get out. Oh, what? Psst, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, but just kind of like in the single player, there's really not too much of a reason to use bullet time, bullet dodge at least. So that's kind of a bummer, but it is pretty amazing. Me and my friends have definitely been in some pretty incredible bullet dive battles, and yeah, they're pretty incredible. Let's see here if I can find Maxie. Maxie! Maxie! Oh, you're taking your painkillers. See, I'm gonna slow down. So yeah, I feel like Max's and Passos's bullet time is stronger than the usual multiplayer bullet time. So that kind of gives you stuff. The money that you get from looting people, as far as I can tell, you can't get money any other way except for just straight up leveling up. Not just filling up your bar, like literally, like when you level, you'll get some money, but other than that, you don't. And while you unlock stuff by leveling up, similar to like Call of Duty, you do need money to purchase the things that you need. So it's not like just a thing to where, you know, you need money. Like the looting is pretty important, and it's fun, but it's also very intense. So, you know, gotta pick your loots correctly. You can also throw grenades in multiplayer, but I don't have grenades equipped on this dude. My helmet looks retarded, I know, but it protects my head, which is good for, you know, headshots. Oh, and yeah, and Rockstar also kind of continues their tradition of tutorializing and explaining certain things about their games incredibly well, and then just completely and utterly leaving out other things. Like this game in single player opens up with a really awesome tutorial that teaches you some things very well and very quickly, but it also, like, that's it. Like, it doesn't teach you about a lot of other things in the game. And like there's, oh, let me try to bullet dive you, Max Payne. Bullet dive the bullet diver. Ah, damn it. But yeah, like there's certain things in the game that I had no clue about until a while, like vaulting over stuff. There was a part in the game to where, like that, there was a part in the game to where I was literally so stuck because I thought the only way I could get over something was by diving over it, by bullet diving over it. And it literally took me to a point into the game, in that Jersey level actually, to where you have to vault over something, to where I figured out I could vault over something. Because, like, other than that, there's really nothing telling you that. They don't tell you about it, because you take cover with X, but you don't vault with X. You vault with A. And it's just, I don't know. There's other things that, like that I feel like they don't explain incredibly well. I feel like they don't explain the weapon holding system incredibly. See, I just took those painkillers while I was diving. Was that not awesome? Hell yeah. Get out of my face, I'm Max Payne. Get out of my face, I said, I'm Max Payne. God. But yeah, like I don't feel like they explain the weapon system very well either. You know, even how you switch weapons just in general. But like the weapon system, you have to be able to, you know, if you hold dual pistols or dual anything, you can't hold a big gun, and you know, stuff like that. They just don't really talk about that. I'll save you, Passos. Oh, we're just ripping through these people. Let's go. Get some, hopefully some painkillers. Hell yeah. See, now I have more painkillers. So it doesn't really matter if they're shooting me, because he can try to, ah, damn it. I don't know what happened. I think it was just a shotgun in my face. I was just going to die. But, yeah, and that's another awesome thing. I'll pick up a regular gun really quick if I can, or either I'll switch my loadouts. Rockstar, you know, obviously they have an incredible attention to detail, and they do that even with the simplest stuff. Like with weapons, there's this really cool thing. Here, I'll pick this up really quick. See, as you can see, don't kill me. I just want to show the audience something, Max. Don't kill me, Max. Hey, you go in there instead. Be fodder. See, so if I'm holding this big weapon and I switch to my other one, he's like, hey, I can't stick this in my ass. You know, I gotta hold it. I think that's just awesome. And it looks great, and it looks so cool. Like, he goes with the weight. If he's carrying a shotgun, he carries it right. It looks cool as fuck, and, you know, it's just Rockstar just being like, hey, there's this simple thing, but let's put an awesome amount of detail into it and make it look awesome. So it shows the top player at the end of stuff. Obviously, a lot of times in a retarded pose. And, yeah, you know, that's pretty much the game. That's it. There's a ton of grinds in multiplayer. It actually takes a long time to level up. And there's a rookie team deathmatch and deathmatch for people that are new to the game, which is pretty cool. But see here, it'll tell you all the stuff you did and how good you are and how much experience you did for it. And you got so many pats on the back. You're so good. And it seems like there's a decent amount of maps. But the other modes, Painkillers awesome. Gang Wars is also pretty awesome. It's basically it's long, but it's basically just a group of objective-based games that change depending on who won it previously, and it kind of makes a story. It's pretty fun. It's pretty awesome. Deathmatch, deathmatch, team deathmatch, large team deathmatch, large team deathmatch. You get the picture, and then you unlock this at a certain point. Deathmatch is honestly, I think, is funner than team deathmatch in this game. I mean, I usually prefer that in all games, but I think it works better in team deathmatch in this game. And if you play this game in multiplayer, especially when you first start playing, you are gonna die a lot. And it's not that you're bad; it's just that the game is just it's just kind of messed up like that. Like, it's really fun, but like I said, especially once people get into higher levels, I don't think it's balanced very well. And I think that the hit detection is a little lacking. And I think there's just some other things about it that are a little weird, but I keep playing it, so it obviously is pretty damn fun. Anyway, there's also some sort of arcade setting. I think that you can just play through the single player game and get points and stuff like that, which is cool. And but yeah, that's Max Payne 3. I mean, it's awesome. It's cool. And if you enjoyed Max Payne 1 and 2, I would definitely recommend checking it out. And most likely buying it. But if you're really die hard on the way that like Max Payne 1 and 2 were, you might be kind of disappointed in certain areas with this game. But I wouldn't say I'm disappointed with it at all. I would say that I'm a little bit mixed about it in certain spots, but I can't deny that I had a lot of fun with it, and I can't deny that Rockstar's presentation, whether I agree with it for the series or not, is still just phenomenal. So yeah, check it out. It's a good game. It's really fun, and it's for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. I don't know. I think it's on the PC, but I think it's coming a little bit later. But anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.